Okay, I thought that the timer was up, just that YouTube wasn't live for me. But okay, in any case, let's do this. Let's go live. There we go. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Tonight I have another league race. Trackilicious. Okay, well, let's go out and practice for a little bit while we wait for the briefing. Seems it's going to be another one of those.
Mike Wolf BLN says, YLO.
Hello, Mike, and welcome back. Seems like it's going to be another night race, which I am so fed up of. Seriously, they called it the Springtime Championship. I don't know if you know about winter conditions, but it's like dark all day long. It's dark from 3 o'clock in the afternoon all the way to 10 o'clock in the morning next day. So you got like 6 hours of sun a day during the winter. So I'm looking for some springtime fun. And
Mike Wolf BLN says, no more funky looking in pout now, smiley face.
I tried replying to your messages in Discord, and it was saying that I was under evaluation. So I couldn't do anything other than wave to you. I can't reply, I can't write anything. I can't react.
Mike Wolf BLN says, yeah, Discord is buggy.
I couldn't react to nothing that you said. I was under evaluation. So I just waved, because seems like that's the only thing it would let me do. So yeah, now I'm just getting the
Mike Wolf BLN says, LOL.
So now I'm getting the proper traces. Now you should really specify that though, because it is annoying when you don't know. Like, I turn off the ABS and the traction control and stuff is still appearing on it, you know. So my cat was really bad. Lately there's another cat coming around, poking his face in the windows, and then my two cats get into a fight. Well, my little one just tore down the screen.
Mike Wolf BLN says, it looks better now.
Yeah, it does. Thank you. So my little cat just tore down the screen. Yanked out the screen. So now I have to close all of my windows and doors, so that he doesn't tear up the screens. Not cool. I didn't even check if we have tire warmers here. Nope, no tire warmers. Okay.
Mike Wolf BLN says, cat dad life.
Yeah, but he never was like that. There's something about this cat that just annoys the hell out of him. But yeah, I'm tired of racing at night. It's supposed to be a springtime championship. Why is there no sun in the springtime?
Mike Wolf BLN says, yeah, my tenants at the shop have a big St. Bernard dog and one of them was dog sitting, a rescue dog also. They were not seeing eye to eye.
Ew. So again, we don't seem to be many hypercars for this race tonight. Oh, he spun out. And I'm spinning out. Whoop, car coming. There we go.
Mike Wolf BLN says, LOL. Mike Wolf BLN says, sympathetic spin.
Well, this was not the case that I was talking or referring to yesterday with Justin. But there are certain corners that I've noticed that if three cars are following each other, if the first one slides, then the second one slides, and then the third one slides. And I was wondering, is there a net code or something? Because every time it happens in front of me, it kind of feels like there's a vacuum that is pulling my car sideways. So basically, you let go of the throttle and you stop turning the wheel and you survive. But if you do like you do usually do, then you get caught up into the vacuum. And Justin explained to me that there's something called dirty air. So when the car in front of you goes sideways, it disrupts the air.
BLN says, a bit of netcode glue maybe.
Yeah, it kind of felt like net... Oh, I can't. Whoops. Yeah, these tires are not holding here. I can't do this on wet tires. And unfortunately, I can't warm up these tires fast enough in 19 minutes. So, okay, let's just wait for the mission briefing and stuff. Is there another Mike Wolf that wants to be my friend?
Mike Wolf BLN says, dirty air could also be a factor, but I wonder how much though.
See, I call it a vacuum effect, you call it a glue effect, but I've noticed that in a lot of videos online of people racing. Like, I know that if you're fixated on the car in front of you, you'll do the same thing. But I'm never looking at the car in front of me, I'm always looking at the road and where I'm going on the road. So if I'm turning, I'm looking at the end of the corner rather than the car in front of me. But if he starts drifting, then I kind of feel something happening to my car. And to avoid spinning out, I
Mike
just
Wolf
let...
BLN says, yeah, that's a brain thing.
Exactly, that's a brain thing. But I keep looking at the road and where I'm going, and I feel something happening to my car, so I just let go of the throttle and stop turning. I'm going straight, and I avoid spinning out that ways. I go wide in the corner, but at least I'm not, spinning out. But it's not all the corners. It's just like certain corners, like on Silverstone or Spa or like the Parabolica at Monza. Like if three cars are following each other in the Parabolica of Monza and one starts spinning out, then the other one spins out, and then the third one spins out. And I'm looking at all these YouTube videos, and it's always the same thing for everybody in LMU. So I'm kind of wondering if there's like a net code or dirty air or something.
Mike Wolf BLN says, Silverstone and Spa and Parabolica are fast corners, so dirty air is higher effect.
Yeah, that's what Justin was telling me. He's talking about dirty air that's doing that. And I'm like, okay. Because I've raced on motorcycles and follow people through parabolicas, and when they go somewhere, but motorcycle, the drag on a motorcycle is not as big as a car probably. But yeah, I've taught a lot of motorcycle classes that don't stay fixated on the guy in front of you, because if he makes a mistake, you're probably going to do the same mistake. So always keep your eyes on the road. Concentrate on that. Which is what I do, but I kind of feel something happening to the car. So I thought it was netcode, but apparently it's dirty air. Which is new to me, so I couldn't understand what was going on.
Mike Wolf BLN says, yeah, the hypercar are highly aero-dependent more than GT3, so he's onto a good point. And the monkey see monkey do effect for sure.
Yeah, but it happens so often. I see it so many times on YouTube videos that this has to be more than a monkey see monkey do thing. So I was kind of scratching my head to try to understand what was going on. So I'm glad Justin explained to me that there's dirty air. But it's not only in the hypercars. It used to happen all the time in GTs. And I would say it happens more often in GTs than it does in hypercars.
Mike Wolf BLN says, the glue I talk about is when cars are close, they get stuck together because of netcode and physics.
Oh no, then that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about some of these high-speed corners. I used to feel it a lot when I was driving GT cars. And I'm not talking about the Mustang spin out or the Porsche spin out, because when I first started this game, Porsches and Mustangs would always spin out in front of you. But I could be following a Lexus and, or a McLaren or anything. And when the car in front of you starts drifting sideways, I kind of feel something, pushing my car to do the same thing. And I didn't know how to handle that. Like I would try to overcorrect, and then that would send me sliding sideways. Tried counter steering, that just sends me spinning as well. Tried braking and slowing down, well, that sends my rear out.
Mike Wolf BLN says, people missing breakpoints following the lead car or carrying more speed.
But that dirty air makes a lot of sense. It feels like there's a vacuum. First car starts sliding and the air displacements kind of feels like it's sucking your car sideways. So I just let go of the gas and try not to turn as much. Have my car just go straight and turn wide. Seems to help. But I haven't driven a GT in a long time, so I can't really test that to the max anymore. It's so hard going back to a GT. Oh, it's starting. Oh, is it? Okay. I gotta
Wolf BLN says, I didn't notice that sucking feeling but LMU is weird sometimes.
Best of their efforts. Please don't just pull aside and start from the back of the race. Unless something serious came up, then I'm not stopping you. As far as blue flag rules during quali, if you see a blue flag during qualifying, that means the car behind you is on a hot lap and you aren't, so just move out of the way. That way you don't impede their hot lap. Now, as far as blue flag rules during the race, well, a lap car is not required to use the racing line and slow down for a faster car. They should drag predictably and don't make any sudden movements in the last seconds. Give the faster car space for an easy pass at the earliest and safest opportunity. When approaching a lap car, the faster car should wait for a safe moment to make a clean pass, and the rules regarding the faults are the same regardless of class or blue flag status. Blue flag penalties may be incurred if the driver is found to be making erratic movements or defending a track position against a faster car for an undue period of time. Now, we had an incident like that happen in last season's race, and I'll give this as a warning as of right now. If you guys do that, that will receive a race ban, or depending on the severity, that may receive a server ban. So please just be careful about that. Now, as far as our pit lanes, the pit entry and exit lines are used to establish the right of way. Crossing the line early on exit may result in a track limit penalty. It will result in a track limit penalty here in LMU. I'm not sure if you guys ever experimented with that, but it'll give you one just like that. So please be wary about that. Should there be an incident caused by crossing the pit lines, the responsibility will fall on the driver who crossed the line and may result in a penalty from the stewards. Now, if you have crashed or are going off track, pretty much the first one is if your car is out of control on track, it is your responsibility to hold the brakes so your car behaves predictably for other drivers. Failing to hold your brakes and allowing your car to wander into the path of another driver can result in a major penalty. So please be wary of that. If your car has gone off track, it is your responsibility to rejoin the track in a safe manner. So please be wary of your radar and the people around you. Encroaching upon the track in the path of another driver can result in a major penalty. So please be aware of that as well. As far as incident reports, I'll be providing a incident report form via a link in the LMU Friday chat. If you guys had any incidents in the race or anything like that, just fill out the form. Our stewards will take a look at it and award, better said, hand over any penalties that may be required as far as that. But if you have any questions about our league's rules and resources, we do have a tab for that up in our Discord. So please have a read if you so do wish. As far as lap 1 incidents, they will receive a double time penalty. So pretty much instead of having a 5-second penalty, it'll be a 10-second penalty off that. Now, as far as that, incidents do happen, and majority of the time they aren't accidents. So please remain civil during the race and in Discord afterwards. You're more than welcome to have a discussion with other drivers regarding incidents after the race, but please, you must keep it civil. Drivers will be getting a penalty for any inappropriate comments in Discord or in the actual race chat. So please, just let the stewards decide what's going on and fill out your incident reports forms. As far as whenever crossing the checkered flag and finishing the race, please treat the track as a yellow flag. No erratic driving. Please slow down predictably and return to your garage. Now, if you do come in first place or in the podium position, hey, I'm not stopping you from doing some donuts on the on the outer side of the track, but just please be aware of that. But as far as these rules, they are being implemented due to majority of our drivers having a direct drive wheelbases, contacting with an unsuspecting driver could result in serious hand and wrist injuries. So please just don't hit any other drivers after the race. And as far as retaliatory actions of any type are frowned upon here at Trackilicious. So this also includes expression of frustration through contact after the race. So as far as that, just be aware of that. As far as in-game chat, don't use our in-game chat unless you have something important to ask the admin. Penalties may be imposed for using the in-game chat. Unfortunately, today's race will not be streamed as we haven't found any commentators to stream it as of right now. As far as drivers serving in penalties tonight, we don't. And that will pretty much conclude our driver's briefing for today. If you guys have any questions, just type it in the chat below. If not, then you're more than welcome to take the 7 minutes of practice that we have left to go through some more laps and tune out your car. Yes, sir. Thank you for being here. All right. No questions? None of that? If not, I'll have some. I'll be hanging around in the chat if you guys have any. Have a good and safe race out there.
Okay. Got the briefing out of the way. Ugh. So yeah, for the 6 remaining minutes.
Mike Wolf BLN says, LOL.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, your conduct is going to result in severe penalties, but if it's one of our buddies, nothing's going to happen to him. He's going to get a 5-second penalty. Nobody's going to stream it tonight because we don't have anybody to pass some commentaries. Okay, well, I'll comment my race as I go along. So, unfortunately, I won't be able to even qualify. Since it doesn't seem like the wet tires are holding the track. Like, it's the same setup I had this afternoon. Conditions are 20 degrees, track is 17. So not on the warm side, but not on the cold side either. Not like last night's race at 12 degrees.
Mike Wolf BLN says, track cold.
Yeah, but it's like my rear just doesn't want to stick to that corner every time I go around, and I'm not even going fast. And it just doesn't want to turn. Ugh. So I'm not going to qualify. Disappointing. I can maybe try, but I'd rather not. I feel like trying, though. I want to do it. You didn't see the race yesterday, but we were only 5 that were racing in hypercars. And I qualified second.
Mike Wolf BLN says, try.
Yeah, I'll try. I got nothing to lose. But yeah, I did not want to qualify second yesterday because I know I'm the slowest of everybody. Hence, that's why we have qualifyings, to have the faster guys in front and the slower guys to the rear. Because then everybody tries to overtake me in the first corner. I was so scared yesterday. I just did not want to be on the first line. And the reason why the others didn't qualify is because of the track limits were severe. So every time you go a little bit off track, your lap is invalid. And you only have 10 minutes. So Le Mans is 4 minutes to go around, so you can only do like 2 or 3 laps. So, you know, and it's easy to cut corners at Le Mans through the chicanes and through the Porsche curves and Indianapolis. It's easy to cut the track a little bit. So, yeah, 3 guys did not have their laps count. So I ended up in second. I did not want to be there. I was so scared. Justin was laughing his head off. I really, really did not want to be there. Yeah, but I'm not going to qualify for with these tires either, so let's put the wets back on. Because it takes me too long to warm up the tires. I don't know how people do it. Yes, they zig and they zag. But I zigzag and then my tires are so cold that I just end up in the barriers. Because my car won't turn. So what's the point? And I don't know if I told you this, but I looked up the rules in real life to see why they stopped using tire warmers. And do you know why they stopped using tire warmers? Because of global warming. We have gasoline engines, but to combat global warming, we're going to make it unsafe for the drivers and not let them warm up their tires so that they can crash and kill themselves. That makes no sense to me. Because there used to be tire warmers and then they changed the rules and then they decided not to use it. And I was wondering why. Global warming. Alright, qualifying. Okay, let's try it again. I don't want to race at night again. I'm so tired. And I can't see at night. I had a hard time yesterday twice. I forgot where I was on the track. Ooh. I'm really scared. Because I know my tires don't have much grip, I'm being extra cautious here. Yeah, the traces are so much cleaner. Ooh, Luca, yeah, that's right. My bad. The first 10 minutes of qualifying are for GTs, and the second part is for... Dang it. You told me to go and qualify, and I forgot about that. I'm not going to qualify. Just load it. I forgot. The first 10 minutes are for GTs, and why doesn't he just not make a private qualifying session? We don't see many people in McLarens anymore. I remember when I first got online, it was the most popular car. There's always like 5 or 6 of them in every race. Now you're lucky if you see 1 or 2 of them. A lot of cars got nerfed, and it seems like the Lexus and BMW are like the 2 best cars now. That's all you see. Okay. Harrison in the Ford. Man, I tried driving that Ford. I really had a hard time because the hood and the dash is so high. I feel like grandma, little old grandma behind the wheel that can't see over the dash. But it's also a car that's really easy to spin out. I always had to drive it with maximum traction control and I did not stick with it too long. Can't see the track, can't control the car, so I gave up on it. And it also seemed like every time I was following some guy in it, they would spin out. Still there, Mike? You've been quiet past 10 minutes. Yeah, maybe he's talking to his girlfriend. Or maybe he just fell asleep. A lot of people have their custom liveries here. It's nice to see. Oh, another Red Bull. Well, not so nice then. I don't like these black and half white stuff.
Josh Crum 1439 says, I think I may have colon cancer.
Well, Josh, sorry to hear that. Life is short. Sorry to say that I can't do anything for you, really. Not a doctor. Can't help you cope with life issues either.
Josh Crum 1439 says, I've been passing an alarming amount of blood.
Well, definitely need to go and see a doctor.
Josh Crum 1439 says, no, it's cool, man.
Kind of weird, and first thing you say to everybody on YouTube, I would not announce it to. I would not start off a conversation that way. Hey, I'm dying. I don't know, I'd be in therapy and the therapist would probably say something along the lines, well, if you have a month to live, go out and do something. Ooh, Porsche did what a Porsche does. Porsches and Mustangs. Every time I follow them, I get scared that that's going to happen in front of me. Okay, so I guess now is the time for the hypercars, which I won't be doing. because I've already been out when I wasn't supposed to. And I think that the Mercedes also noticed that he's not supposed to be there. GT3 drivers, please return. Don't do like I did. Which I wasn't going to qualify. Then Mike convinced me to try it anyways. So I forgot that the first 10 minutes are for GT3 drivers, and I went out and tried. Forgot about that rule. So yeah, since I've already been out, I'm not going back out. I really hate cold tires. And it takes me so long to warm them up. Yeah, I probably should go with all mediums here. Everybody's going with mediums. I should probably go with all mediums, given that it's so cold this evening. During the day, if you have a little bit of heat on a track, for an hour and 15 minutes, I'd be better off with a hard there, but given that the track conditions are cold, let's go with mediums. Justin has been slowly convincing me of setting up my own championship. Except I don't know how to do that on SimGrid. I'll have to look into it. Just for average people. I can't even see if he went off track or not. And Grandpa can't see at night. I don't see too well in the dark. It's a good thing I know the track, but still. At least it's not like Le Mans where you're going straight in the dark 4 times every lap. Or you don't know if you're in the first section, second section, third section, fourth. You're just going straight and you forget where you are on track. Here I know where, I know where I am on the track, except I can't see the corners. Like, you're always looking at the end of the corner to guide you along, but if you can't see it, then basically you're just looking in front of the car, hoping that you're turning in the right place. Okay, well, we're 6th tonight. At least. 2 other guys are in the pits. I don't know if that is because they're not qualifying or... Oh, we actually lost Mike there for a while. Okay.
Justin Slim Friesen says, "Sup?"
Hey, Justin. How are you this evening?
Justin Slim Friesen says, "Good."
Yeah, so another night race where I'm not going to see much of where I'm going. I don't know which is worse. Like Le Mans, you have these long straights that I forget in which straight I'm in. I gotta turn left and I'm thinking I need to go right. But here I just can't see the exits of the corners. It's so dark. So basically I'm just looking in front of the car hoping that I'm still on the track. And the other thing is, is that this is called a spring championship, right? And I'm pretty sure that you being Canadian, you know that during the winters, from 3 o'clock in the afternoon all the way to 10 o'clock the next morning, it's dark. So when springtime comes around, you would think about the sun. We're going to see some sun. But no, Trackilicious springtime race is in the dark. Why do I get myself involved in these things? I really don't know. Like, I know I host races and we finish in the dark, but at least, you know, it's like the last 2 or 3 laps. So you kind of get used to the track and into the groove and into the rhythm, and when night falls, it ain't so bad. So yeah, the track is cold again. So yeah, I'm not going out. I tried it on wet tires during practice, and my car does not stick to the pavement. I'm wiping out in every corner. So I don't want to change the wing and change everything just to have it stick. What? Oh, we fixed the trace thing, by the way. Before the race starts, since I have a few seconds here. If you go into config, you have the throttle here and show raw throttle, and you nick that.
Justin Slim Friesen says, "Nice."
And show raw brake, and you tick that. It just gives you the raw brake and throttle traces. Mike sent it to me in a DM, and it works. I don't have the shifting either. All of that is gone. Wish it was more straightforward.
Justin Slim Friesen says, "Oh great. I'll try that myself."
Okay, race time. So because it is a nighttime race and the track is cold, I'm going all mediums instead of a mix and match with the hard tires. Hopefully that'll help a little bit. But I forgot the rules that the first 10 minutes are GTs and the last 10 minutes are hypercars. So Mike was like, oh, go and try the qualifying. So I go out on track and then I get a warning to get off the track because it's for the GTs. I'm like, huh, I didn't want to even qualify anyways. I did it for Mike. Okay, so apparently I'm good for 263 minutes. I don't think that's right, but I'm good for 169 laps. Something's not right with that. Man, tire temperature's at 19 degrees. I'm going nuts. Yes, they'll warm up to 30, 40 maybe. Definitely not 50. Where did that car come from? Like, was he behind me on the grid? Like, it just seemed like he popped out from the right side past the slow car in front. What is he doing there? And we are off. Why is everybody going to the interior? Oh, he got a drive-through on top of that. He doesn't seem to want to do his drive-through right away. But I'm really afraid to pass him because he feels very erratic. Ooh, Ooh, I'm not gonna make it. I have a hard time seeing the end of the corners. It's so dark. Dang, I'm slow. Oh, come on, stay on the track. Honestly, folks, this does not feel like springtime to me. It feels like another one of those races where I need to take out the winter tires. Ooh, had a hard time braking there. Ooh. Well, I was gonna let him pass anyways, because this is the guy that organizes the thing. Santiago is the guy that does the briefing and all that stuff. And he's really fast too. Might not seem like it, but the guy's an alien as well. This probably might be the first race that he doesn't win. It's still early in the race, so he has time to catch up to the leader, I'm guessing. So is it saying that I'm just missing 1.5 laps of fuel to finish the race? So if I fuel save, I won't need to pit. I'm good for 71 minutes. I'm good for 42.7 laps. And we might be going 44. That also just changed. And I have a hard time seeing the corners. Because the track is the same color as my pillars. I can't see the difference between the pillars and the track. Well, wasn't it you saying earlier today that the 5th position is the most comfortable one? Hopefully I can stay here. Stay ahead of that guy that's all over the place. Aw, man. That's not the way to stay ahead, though. I really need to stop doing these night races, though. Once in a while, okay. And I have been practicing here a bit this week. So that's a good thing, but I still can't see where I'm going. I'm more or less going out of habit or muscle memory or whatever, but there are some places I would like to see more of the track. I'm either turning too early or too late, because I can't. I'm losing. I don't have my markers. I don't have my visual cues. It's good practice, right? That's the reason why I'm doing these races. Just to get a better feel of everything. I didn't sign up to do these races because I was expecting to win. I did them because I want to get better at it. And on the other hand, I'm finding it really hard, folks. Really hard to, like, gain a second here or gain a second there. And now it's like, once I find a setup that is pretty safe, I more or less always stay within the same lap times. Like, I haven't figured out how to take that one in 4th, or take this one in 6th, Or take this corner in third. So that when I get to the sign here, I'm already in 7th gear. I tried braking later in the corners, but I just end up going straight through. Oops. Something must have happened to this guy. Ooh, a McLaren. Let's just call him Justin's brother. His evil twin brother. And I don't know how many times I wish that we had high beams. In this game. I found it funny. Apparently Dale yesterday turned his headlights off and got behind another racer who didn't know he was there because he didn't see the headlights. That's a really evil thing to do. Okay, is that guy... Am I lagging? Seemed to me like the headlights just stopped. There was a car in front of me and he just stopped there.
Justin Slim Friesen says, Dale's a little stinker. LOL.
Okay, let's let this car pass me again. Whoa, dude. Well, he didn't leave me much room there. Yeah, this guy's a nutcase. Like, he is faster than me, but... Like, dude, I'm leaving you room there. Be courteous or something. Oops. Dang it. And I'm having a hard time seeing. Yeah, the traces are a lot cleaner now. It's gonna be easier for me to see if I'm overlapping the brakes and the throttle too much. Oh, man. There's a couple of these corners that are driving me nuts. Either I turn too late or I turn too early. Just because I can't see where I'm going. And now I don't know why I seem to be braking a lot faster. That's one corner that I'm always terrified because I brake a fraction of a second too late. I end up going straight. Whoa! Okay. Wrong way. Don't know if any cars are coming, but what the hell? Like, I was giving him room in the inside corner for that corner, and I was already wide past it when he ran into me. That cost me a lot of time. I have a feeling these guys don't want me here. Could that be it? because I reported one of their friends last week. Or do you think that was just a race incident? I mean, I would chalk it up to just a race incident. But then, given what the guy did at the beginning of the race, pulling in front of me and kind of trying to wreck the start of the race for me. I'm starting to wonder. I know at some point in this race, daylight might show up. Looking forward to that, but man, God, I hate driving in the dark. Yeah, I'm braking way too early now for that corner. So what else are you doing this evening, Justin? Mike was here, but I think he either fell asleep or went AFK with his girlfriend or something.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I got Glenn on also.
Oh, okay. What is he up to? I'm breaking way too early here.
Justin Slim Friesen says, he's doing ovals. Yuck. LOL.
Is he doing them at nighttime? Because I think I'd almost prefer that to racing in the dark now. I'm tired of these night races that are completely in the dark. I don't mind some transitions, but yeah. You know what? I'm gonna retire. I'm tired. I'm fed up of this, honestly.
Justin Slim Friesen says, not feeling it tonight?
No, like I said, I can't see where I'm going in the dark. And all these races at Trackilicious, springtime, but they're all at night, so you never see the sun after 6 months of winter. And then after that, I mean, it wouldn't be so bad, but we raced all last night in the dark. I'm kind of fed up. No, I'm really not feeling it tonight. Bummer, because I did practice quite a bit this week compared to last week, which I didn't practice coda at all before heading into the race. Practice qualifying 30-minute race. Maybe I should do this. Oh, they're already 19 of 20. Can I get in? Will I have a car? Is it fixed? Is it nighttime? It's fixed. Dang it. Man. Okay, let me set up a smoke screen here. I'm slowly running out of patience for all this crap. So how does one go about setting up a championship on SimGrid, do you know? Guess I'm gonna have to look it up.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I don't know.
Guess I'm gonna have to create banners and stuff. I hate doing that stuff. I think I'll ask Glenn to do his AI thing to do thumbnails and whatnot. The Average Joe World Tour. We'll do all the tracks. 1 hour races at ×3's fuel and ×3's the tires. Man, this took a long time to load. It takes a lot longer now to load into the maps, I find. Do all the tracks. How many tracks is there? 13? And with tire warmers, but everything else will be as damage will be on. I don't know why you said something about the damage off. I turn it off when I'm hosting because 2 or 3 races in a row they would just smash me up while we are rolling towards the start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So should I do 13 and just skip Bahrain since I really don't like that track? Actually, there's a couple of tracks I don't like. Like, I am not a fan of Sebring, but I know a lot of people like it. I don't mind it, but also Rickard is not. I'm not a particular fan of this track either. Where's Barcelona? There it is. I haven't been here since it came out. So what should I call it? And which day should I do it? Trackilicious is Fridays. ZRL is Thursdays. So should I do it like a Tuesday? So I don't get burnt out doing 3 races in a row, 3 days in a row. I don't want to do it on Monday because everybody's going back to work Mondays and I would do it a Saturday though. Something to do on the weekends, but then every mom and pops that has kids on the weekend can't play because they got family stuff to do. So complicated. Yeah, well, I'm definitely disappointed tonight. Any dailies that I feel like doing? Oh, P2s and P3s. Should I be getting back into P2s and P3s? I used to prefer them because I found hypercars harder to control. So the P2s were a nice way into hypercars, but going back to them, it feels like I'm lacking a lot of power. And I don't want to do them no more. What's upcoming? See, we've done this all week. This and Fuji, I've done them all week. Kind of tired. What is this? Okay, I gotta practice this layout. And I need to do a new livery for my McLaren. Seems like I've had this for months now. It's kind of my fault because I haven't been driving it, but man, they keep changing the driver rating and safety ratings on these races. What is 1.3x? Man, they're just making up these numbers as they go, and it keeps going down. I get it that they're probably trying to weed out the bad drivers, but, you know, when you're in bronze and in silver, and then people hit you 5 times in a row, and then you lose your trusted badge driver thing, and you end up losing ratings, and you haven't done anything. And now it's going to take even longer to get back up. Okay, so there's not going to be any tire warmers here, but we're in a GT, right? Man, I haven't driven GTs in so long. Ugh. Okay, another Justin that decides to park in the middle of the pits there for no reason. Have you noticed that they changed the pit's location? I hate this pit location. Oh, wow. See, on cold tires, you're still turning and stuff. Whoa, where are we going? Oh, man. What is this track configuration? It's funny because I'm not feeling the traction control kick in as much as I do with the hypercars. Ooh, felt it a little bit there. Man, traction control works a lot harder on hypercars. What is this track layout? Ooh, definitely feel the ABS kicking in though. And I gotta get used to that. Ooh! Dang it. I thought I hit the rear wheel, but it's the front wheel that's damaged. I don't like this track configuration. Anything that's not the default plays tricks on my mind, and I feel like I'm just an old dog that has a really hard time learning new tricks. And strangely enough, I was able to go from GTs to hypercars. What is this guy doing, just hovering around everywhere on the track? I don't even remember where to shift and when to shift in this car. Obviously the rev lights don't match my steering wheel. I don't like this track configuration. When the ABS doesn't kick in, it's not that bad. And I'm wondering, now that I'm kind of used to not having ABS, how big of a difference would it be for me to really numb it down in the GT3? Like, would it be a good thing, or the instant that I lock up, it means death? Like in a hypercar, you can lock them up every once in a blue moon on a straight and whatnot. It's not that bad. Yeah, track limits. Yeah, too much of this track has changed in this layout. I don't like it. Like, I remember being able to take this in 5th gear, and now I don't seem to be able to do it.
Justin Slim Friesen says, "Sorry, been distracted trying to register for the next season. Now I see you in a Maca. You feeling okay? LOL."
Yeah, shows that you haven't been paying attention. For next season, has Dale already put up the next season? He better have tire warmers. So no, I'm not feeling right. But one thing I want to try here, and I don't know how this is going to play out.
Justin Slim Friesen says, "Yes. Been trying to sign up for like 30 minutes. Kept saying I needed to join the ZRL Discord. LOL." Justin Slim Friesen says, "But it worked now."
Okay, ABS, let's bring this all the way down. Let's turn it off. What is that going to do? Because I'm kind of used to not having ABS anymore, so I'm wondering. And I hate this track configuration. Actually, you know what? So far, I'm not finding any difference. Is that a weird thing that's going on?
Justin Slim Friesen says, "You will definitely be slower without ABS."
Why am I going to be slower without ABS?
Justin Slim Friesen says, "Or you should be."
Why am I gonna be... Well, I can't compare myself because I haven't driven in so long, but... Why should I be slower without the ABS? I mean, traction control I can kind of understand. I'm trying to lock up the brakes here and I can't. Still don't know where I'm going on this track though. Oops, I just locked them up. Okay. I can still lock them up. Whoops, server just crashed. Nah, I just got in here because I'm bored. I don't know what to do. Okay, let's go to SimGrid, Home, GT Super Sprints. Should I just do like, let's look for ZRL. There we go. No, that's the trequel. Okay, ZRL presents the Gentleman's Tour Season 4. 6 rounds. Starts June the 4th. That's almost in a month. Man. Okay. Featuring rain only when the majority votes for it. And a crown jewel event worth double points for round 2. I don't know what that means. What round 2? All races take place at noon sim time, which is run at midnight. All practice sessions begin with green grip level. Qualifications natural. Track limits are strict. Tire warmers will be off. Okay, well, I'm not going to register. Qualifications for each round begins at 9 Eastern. Schedule subject to change up until May 28th. Okay. Let's look at the schedule. Which tracks are in here? Silverstone. Le Mans. What? Le Mans is the second race? Algarve, Imola, Rickards, Barcelona. I'm confused. Le Mans is in the second round, and it's an hour and 30 minutes. Why does he not put it at the end like usual? I'm confused. Man, why Paul Rickards? There's so many, so many tracks. Okay, maybe people are tired of doing Interlagos, but I'd rather do Monza. I'd rather do Sebring. I'd rather do Lucelle. I'd rather do... What's the other one I like? Spa? Yeah, Spa's not even there. What's the other tracks that I like here? Coda, yeah. Fuji, Lucelle, Sebring. I mean, the only other track that would have been worse than Rickards would have been Bahrain. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, it says join community Discord. So, okay, if I join, accept the invite. Open the app. Is the app open? It's not opening the okay. Oh, when you join, you're joining the purple bracket that says that you are part of the third thing. Oh, it's not even showing up for me, even after I joined. Yeah, it's not working as intended. What happens if I open it through the browser then? And if I refresh the page, still doesn't say if I joined or not. Still showing that I'm not joined. Yeah, maybe he didn't put the right link in there, or it's not giving you the confirmation. Or do I need to leave the server in order to be able to rejoin it? It's all so complicated. But okay, I guess I'm gonna call it quits tonight. Yeah, not the way that I wanted to start my weekend. Probably would have been better off just hosting a server. Filled up my account this week, so I'm good to host a couple. And if you guys have any suggestions for me to host a championship on all the tracks for the average Joe that is not an alien, that won't get his ego bruised.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I left the server and rejoined though the link on SimeGrid. It worked after a couple minutes. But who know if that worked or it was just time.
Oh, you think that maybe it's just a time thing? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think I need to leave the Discord in order to rejoin it, because it's doesn't seem to be working. I really hate this banner though.
Justin Slim Friesen says, FD if I know.
Yeah. Yeah, see, it's still not showing updated. We'll come back tomorrow, but I don't even feel like joining. There's no tire warmers. Maybe I should just concentrate on setting up my own league. Not my league, but my own tournament or championship or whatnot and go from there. For the average Joes. So, okay. I think I'm gonna call it a night. Time to go with my furries for a walk. Hopefully he will behave himself. Oh, I didn't tell you this. You weren't here earlier. That other cat that's been coming around driving my
Justin
cats
Slim Friesen
nuts,
says, all right later.
jumped into the window to bother my other cat. So my little cat, what he did, he jumped and pulled the screen out of the framing. Almost got out. I am so mad at him. If he starts wrecking the screens here, I'm not going to be a happy camper. So, okay. That's all I wanted to add. So, okay, folks. Thank you for joining. Sorry that the race wasn't more interesting than
Justin Slim
it
Friesen
was.
says, LOL.
I won't apologize for not being a good driver. I'm not the worst. But yeah, I'm just not feeling driving in the dark and being called a springtime championship tournament. Yep, that's him. So, okay, a big thank you, everybody. Catch you tomorrow's. Oh, wrong thing.